Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. Welcome to the Cheap Amazing Show. I'm Cheap Amazing, bringing you part 2 of our Wednesday coverage. This is the post PlayStation event episode. We're going to talk about what we found out and what Sony showed us at the event, which was pretty awesome. If you want to check out the event yourself, I will post a link below where you can definitely check it out. It's like 2 hours long, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. First, let's talk about the specs of the console. We're looking at an AMD-based CPU. It's an x86 CPU, 8-core. We're also looking at an AMD-based GPU at 1.84 teraflops. Both of those we already knew. We've talked about before. What was surprising is we're not looking at 4. We're looking at 8 gigs of GDDR5 RAM. That is really impressive on Sony's part. We also have a 6x Blu-ray player / 8x DVD player and USB 3 support with wireless in and Bluetooth 2.1. to round out the technical aspects of the console. Also included in the console are chips dedicated to video compression and decompression and like background downloading. What that means is you'll be able to stream and share video, which we'll get into in a second. Like while you're playing on the console, no performance hit, and you also will be able to download games while playing them, kind of like what Steam does. Also talked about was the spin mode, which will keep your game state and send the console into a low power. So instead of having to cut your console off and then cut it back on and then load your game up and do all that, you kind of just put it into spin mode. It saves your game state. You could do your stuff, come back, hit the power button again, and your game is right back. The cloud was talked about a good bit. In fact, the ability to try games before you buy them was mentioned, as well as the ability to stream PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, not just on the PlayStation 4, but on multiple devices. As far as I can tell, there's no legacy PlayStation 3 support, so your PlayStation 3 games aren't going to work with the console outside of this cloud service. There's also going to be remote play with Vita that will utilize the cloud and Wi-Fi to pretty much stream PlayStation 4 games onto your Vita so you can continue playing in case your living room is taken over or for whatever reason. They briefly confirmed that there will be Netflix, Hulu Plus, all that good stuff on the PlayStation 4. Isn't a surprise. I mean, if it wasn't going to be on the PlayStation 4, then it would be big time news. So there's going to be a 3D camera that went out with the controller, that specs were released of in a press release after the event. The camera is called the PlayStation Eye. Will have 1280 by 800 times 2 cameras, and will also have a 4-channel microphone array. It actually took me 15 times trying to say that. I don't know why. They talked about a enhanced and faster network, which would be awesome. And they also showed what the new UI is going to look like and everything. We got some pictures of that. It's got a profile page kind of like Facebook. In addition, they also showed some of the trimming features for sharing videos, and also showed what it's going to be like to watch someone else play, which you can do. There, you're going to be able to broadcast video and watch other people play, and not just watch them play. You can actually interact with them by giving them items or whatever, and they can let you take over and play for them, which is kind of weird, but pretty interesting. Quite a few games were shown off. Knack, Killzone Shadowfall, Infamous Second Son, DriveClub, The Witness, Watchdogs was shown off for PS4. Also surprisingly shown off for not shown off, but talked about for PS4, in addition to PlayStation 3, was Diablo 3. Destiny was also talked about and shown off, and mentioned that there will be exclusive PlayStation 4 content, which is a surprise move from Bungie. I would not have expected that one, and an amazingly awesome move for Sony to get exclusive content from Bungie. The controller was officially unveiled, being the DualShock 4 controller, and looks almost identical to what we saw in prototypes, except for, at least to me, it looks a little sleeker. It's going to have the touchpad, it's going to have the headphone jack, it's got a light bar to identify players to the camera we previously talked about. I think it will function as a Move controller in addition to Move being supported, so current Move controllers are supported. There's a share button that you can use to share videos through Facebook and Ustream. No word yet on YouTube or Twitch, which I'm hoping both of those are available. It'd be nice to instantly post videos to YouTube and also just stream through Twitch, because I think that's where most people stream. They also briefly mentioned enhancing the rumble with the controller, but I'm not sure how they're going to do that. They only briefly mentioned it. There's actual specs for the controller out that you can go check out, link below. There's specs for a lot of stuff, the camera, the controller, and the console itself through press releases that Sony put out. So I got links to all those below, in addition to a lot of the videos for the games, so you can check all those out. overall, I was really impressed with everything that they did. The specs for the PlayStation 4 look amazing. The connectivity with other devices with a PlayStation app that will allow you to chat with your friends, like we previously talked about. In addition to that, the ability to share gameplay footage through various social media. I think all that's really awesome. I think the new UI design looks really nice. And yeah, overall, everything seems very positive for the PlayStation 4. The things I did not like from the event are the fact that first, Square Enix showed the same like tech demo they showed before, and then just was like, oh, there will be a new Final Fantasy. We'll have to wait till E3 to see it. So that was kind of disappointing. The other thing I didn't like was the fact that we actually didn't get to see the console. We saw the controller, we saw an image of the camera, and they released specs for the camera, but no console itself, so we don't know what it looks like. And it would be kind of nice to know what it looks like, but they could be still working on the design to make sure they got it right, and they're probably wanting to save some stuff for E3, I imagine. So hopefully we'll get to see it then. And if I forgot to mention that too, it is also coming out this holiday season. And I think there's actually even a couple people I think GameStop's doing a wait list, and UK retailer Game is actually taking pre-orders right now. So that's the thing. They didn't say anything about the price or an exact release date, just said holiday. I'm gonna go with the rumors that we have now. It's probably gonna cost like $420, maybe two models $420, $520. There doesn't seem to be any indication otherwise. Although those specs are really powerful, I doubt Sony's gonna do the PlayStation 3 thing and sell it for like $600 or $700, because that would be suicide for them right now. As far as the gameplay footage, it looked really impressive. Killzone was beautiful. DriveClub had an amazing amount of detail in the cars and everything. Destiny looked amazing, just like it looked amazing this past Sunday. But outside of it looking really nice and a lot of those games probably being really good, I was slightly disappointed with the lack of severely new content. We did get Deep Down, which looks Skyrim-ish, and it's from Capcom, going to be a new IP. And we did get The Witness, which is from the creators of Braid. So that could be interesting. I'm not sure it's really going to be for me, but I'm glad that there's still indie support going on for the PlayStation going forward into the PlayStation 4. Overall, though, I still was really impressed with this press conference, and I think the buzz right now for the PlayStation 4 is really, really high, and it's pretty positive. And I'm pretty amped about it myself. So you guys can let me know what you think about the PlayStation 4, what we found out and everything in the comments below, and if you're excited to get one or how excited you are. And that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about right now. You can click over here to watch previous news videos. You can click over here to watch Chrono and myself play some Battletoads Double Dragon. You can click down here to hit the like button, which is greatly appreciated, and to subscribe, which is also appreciated. You can leave me comments like I said. You can check out my Twitter at AngelKor, which is where I was tweeting about the event, and I will see you guys on Friday.